accidentally destroy your ears? Yes. It was an accident. I promise.
Yeah.
Looks like they're going.
Good
yeah,
luck.
We're starting. Okay. So this should be an interesting race. DFT? Is he using the load normalizer? Did someone check? Or could someone see? Homothety has his seed on screen as well, apparently. We'll have to see. Keep an eye on DFT's screen when he goes through the large door. Make sure that he has the load normalizer on. Don't want him getting an unfair advantage here. Alright, so while we're waiting for the opening sequence, which is the same as always. Okay, DFT took 3 seconds, so we're good there. Wow, they're like synced up right now. Awesome. So, let's take a look at the board. Top row here, 1 extra mask, Thorns of Agony. A lot of random goals up here on the very top. Void Tendrils is also a very long goal. Takes a very long time to get to that. Break the 420 Geo Rock, not too bad, but pretty out of the way, especially for a first goal. So when you compare that to the right side that you could potentially start on, defeat Coliseum Zode is also a very long goal, but everything else on this side isn't actually too bad. So using the City Crest to ride both elevators is a very quick goal, one that you could use to start out the board with. Heavy Blow and Steady Body, 2 random items obviously on there. Mantis Lords though, pretty easy. Also a very easy starting goal. So compare that again to the bottom row. Desolate Dive, pretty easy goal, just need to find the first upgrade for that. Oh, DFT's changing his color on me? Come on, man. Then you get Monomon, Hera, and Nail 3. So this, yeah, this row is terrible. The bottom row, no one is going to want that. Someone could potentially make a play to rush the top row up here. And then force their opponent to have this just god-awful bottom row. I don't know that we'll see that, but it is a potential option. So, column 1 then. Desolate Dive, Umu, Wraiths, Goman Garpy, journal entries, and an extra mask. Not the worst starting side, but not the greatest either. So, if it were me, this would be a board where I would try and get to the right side of the board. Claim column 5 as soon as I could. We do see the racers stop and interact with corner for that is a goal here in column 2. So just getting a little prep ahead of time for that one. Okay, well I'm gonna have to change DFT's color because he changed it on me. Come on, man. Give me a sec. Alright, so he's choosing bright green, and we also have teal from Homothety, so we're going to have a very green board this time. Homothety choosing to stop and open the stag station right away. While DFT heads forward and kills the giant husk for some free geo. It's kind of a personal preference thing. Wow, Homothety skipping the husk. Giving up the 45 geo. With such a short geo opening, this is a little bit surprising. obviously we won't see if that if skipping that geo will even matter until later in the run. If something good is here at the False Knight chest or at Vengeful Spirit, DFT will have a slight head start on getting to that, being able to pick that goal. Although there's not really anything that he would probably want to pick from this. Potentially could get him to the left side, race or die if that's available here, but I'm guessing we probably will not see our first goal marked for 15 to 20 minutes. We'll see which runner decides to try and rush column 5. If they decide to rush it at all, I suppose. And the first charm is Fury. Both players do find it, so we are on the same seed. That is important for a tournament setting. I also really like the two choice of skins here being displayed. Got the young Hollow Knight and Zote. DFT's own creation with the little Zote skin. Stalwart Shell. Not useful. So I'm going to steal a play out of Homothety's playbook, commentary playbook here. Let's take a look at all the goals that are Dreamnail locked. So, we've got Monomon, Hera, Essence goal, 500 Essence. Marmu, Grimchild. And that's it. Only 5 goals on this board require Dreamnail. That's a pretty low number for some random bingo boards that have been used. All right, let's see the Homothety special. Let's see how many things are in Deep Nest. Is it really just the one? I suppose the Garpede journal entry is there as well. Interesting that we have 2 different journal entry goals here. Void Tendrils and the Goman Garpede ones. So, slight advantage, I guess, or slight synergy between those two. Just needing the journal for both of them. So yeah. Back to Deep Nest goals. Call Zote. Need to rescue him there. And Hera, obviously. Thank you, Pete. So just 4 Deep Nest 4 Deep Nest goals. This might be a little bit more appealing to Homothety to start on the left side. So if he finds one of these early on, he could have a play across the board somewhat early. So I'm assuming this is going to be a left to right board. So assuming that, let's take a look at the second rows, because not only is the home row very important, but the second row next to your home row is very important to allow you to get across the board. So sometimes that could be the determining factor on which side you want to pick. So, oh, Trampass is also a Deep Nest goal. So there are Deep Nest goals connecting right across to the other side. Queen Station is actually pretty close as well. So column 4 is actually pretty terrible. So whoever picks column 5 is going to have a rough time getting to the middle of the board using this. That actually makes me think that column 1 is a little bit better of a side to start on. So column 2 then is also honestly pretty terrible. I like the synergy here between Umu and Monomon. should be able to get 2 goals very quickly right next to each other here and be able to mark both. Really the only way you can get out of this one is the 5 corner for locations here. Otherwise, there's a lot of there's a random goal, dream nail, blocked goals. Midwife is actually pretty easy too, so that's a nice way out. But she's down way into the corner of the map, and you probably need Lantern to be able to go and talk to her. You don't need it, but a bunch of dark rooms to get there, plus the midwife dark room itself. It's not a complicated dark room. I've gone through it before, but it's not the most fun. All right, let's see what is at Salubra. Quick Slash and Thorns. So Thorns, part of row 1, column 2, that goal. They have found 1/3 of that goal. This is starting to look more and more like a darkroom seed. Homothety first to make it out up to the shops. And there's Dive. Dive available for 350 Geo. We'll have to see if one of the racers will pick that. After kind of dissecting the board a little bit, I think that would be the play for one of these guys to make. A couple Fragile Charms and Shaman available in the shop. So this is either progression in the dark room. DFT looks like he's contemplating getting that dive. But this is either going to be progression in the dark room, which Homothety is going to go for, or progression in Green Path. He could also just... Oh, Homothety getting some Geo here. There's 12 Geo from these two. Quick way to get it. Okay, no. He's going to get the Geo. Not killing this guy, coming back to bite Homothety from earlier. Oh boy. Is DFT gonna get the Geo first? It doesn't look like it. He's short 8. This is the rush to 350. Who's gonna get dive first? You don't have enough, DFT. No. Not enough. Oh boy. Looks like Homothety's gonna get this goal first. So we'll see if he decides to mark it. One thing that, one danger of marking that goal, since it is in the bottom corner, it allows the opponent to potentially lock them into the bottom row. Alright, we'll see. He did mark it. Okay. First goal to Homothety. DFT is going to need to get this anyway because it's progression. Or could be progression, I should say. We don't know that for sure. I suppose I could mark their sides with their colors now. I'm not really surprised by Homothety choosing to do this instead of going to Darkroom. Mostly because he will avoid the Darkroom at all costs. It looks, however, like DFT is going to go for the Darkroom. I like this play better because there are 3 checks now. Well, actually 5. He can only get 3, but he can check 5 items while he goes this way. since he has dive now, he can get down into the grave and check the chest. Maybe he'll go for Soul Catcher too. Nope. So, important to note that Soul Catcher is now available. One of the easiest charms to forget about. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I'm alive. I was just getting the color home rows set up. It's a little bit easier to do when you have a second announcer. Easy Dark Room by DFT. Meanwhile, Homothety preparing for the Defeat Coliseum Zote goal. I don't think that he'll be going for that anytime soon. It'd be kind of an interesting play, actually, to see someone rush that goal. So let's take a look at DFT's potential options here. Since Homothety has a goal down in the bottom corner, he could force him into the bottom, and those bottom goals are awful. So, forcing Homothety to do Monomon, Hera, Nail 3, and Defeat Coliseum Zote, all of which are terribly long, and require Dream Nail and Claw, for most of them, not all of them. Coliseum Zote doesn't really require anything except for some form of vertical movement. Nail 3 does actually require Claw. Hera and Monomon obviously require Claw and Dream Nail. So, the best goal, or the best option that DFT has, and I'm totally missed what he grabbed. Joni's Blessing, and I missed the other one. I'm really paying attention here. Nothing good, though. Geo from Dream Nail? Okay. So yeah, nothing so far over in Resting Grounds. Let's see, what's at Dream Shield? Wraiths! That is not good for DFT's prospects of pinning Homothety to the bottom of the board. He doesn't really have any options right now to pin him to the bottom. So it's looking like, well, I shouldn't have put the colored bars up, I guess, because their home rows aren't yet determined. But it's most likely going to be left-right, especially if Homothety goes for Darkroom right now. DFT realizing that he can check this chest down here. Homothety probably going to stop and get Shaman Stone here. Oh. Interesting. Getting a Mask Shard this early. VS at the chest in the grave. So Homothety really wants the left side of the board, and he's determined that Mask is the best way to get that. He's noticed that the bottom of the board is not something he wants. It's looking like a Soul Catcher play now, though. I believe Homothety can only get 3 out of the 4 pieces for the mask. So he could kill... oh no, he could get the grubs. He could get 5 quick grubs to be able to get that. Yeah, he is making the play to Soul Catcher, while DFT heads down into City. Potentially to go for the City Crest and both Elevators goal, which he can't reach right now anyway. True, it is reserved. That is currently a DFT reserved goal. This will be interesting to see what's here at Soul Catcher, because this could be bad news bears for DFT for quite a long time. So, for Homothety, I kind of half expect him to check this, and then, I suppose, depending on what it is, might see him go to Brooding Moloch to get that mask piece, and then also try and get some grubs for the 5th goal, or the 5th mask. Wow. Tinking on the armor of the Balder with dive. That's unfortunate. Alright, what do we got? Wow. Dreamnail is at Soul Catcher. Yeah, that is bad news for DFT. I don't know that I see DFT going back there for a little while. Also unfortunate that DFT does not have enough Geo to buy the stag. DFT just stuck farming just enough Geo to get the 300. You gotta save quit now. You can't jump back up. Oh, if he did not bench there, that's gonna be really unfortunate. Now it looks like Homothety is going Darkroom. This will get him, or secure the left side of the board for him. With Dreamnail being so early, though, it really wouldn't be that terrible for Homothety to have the bottom side of the board. Granted, like we pointed out at the start of the race, there are only 5 Dreamnail blocked goals. So, Dreamnail's not going to super control this seed, but it does unlock most of the board to be achieved at any time. We'll see how long it takes Homothety to get through the dark room. DFT, meanwhile, heading the green path. So, it looks like the next progression is probably at... This might be a Flukemarm seed, actually. Because DFT has checked everything except for the Geo chest in green path, which is reachable right now. And Flukemarm. So those are the two options at the moment that are remaining that we haven't seen as an audience, I suppose. True, Baldur Shell is reachable. And I believe that Shade Skip is in logic. So, 3 checks remain. I'd be down to see a Flukemarm seed. I love how memey those seeds are. Homothety quitting out to try the darkroom again. It's unfortunate. He has 4 Crystal Peak saves. I wonder what he was doing there. Taking off Stalwart Shell. Interesting choice. I kind of liked the idea of having it on for this.
The Hog Axe practice.
This does give DFT a little bit more time to potentially get the top row. Well, that's right, he has VS, because that was in the chest. I don't see him getting the top row, though. Unless he would rush the mask goal right now, but he is not on his way to do that. Homothety making it through the dark room. Second try. I mean, first try. So this sequence for him will take about 5 minutes or so. And then he's going to be scratching his head, wondering what he has to do next. The Invisible Dreamers, too. We'll see if... Hopefully DFT remembers to save Zote. Save himself, I mean. I'm sure it's on his radar. Oh yeah. The extra Geo is nice as well. Wraiths makes it super easy. No problem at all. One thing to keep in mind for this going forward too is if this is a Flukemarm seed, they both have relatively low Geo. DFT in a little better scenario right now because, oh, really unfortunate death to the Moss Knights there. That's going to set him back about 3 minutes. Maybe even longer, actually. That's a very costly death. Especially dying right next to that bench there. It's a really bad death. Homothety could get a couple bits of essence here, which would be a pretty good... There he goes. He found Howling Wraiths. But getting some essence at the Dream Tree that's in Resting Grounds is a good play, especially when you have Dream Nail this early. Just for the scenario where you find Dream Gate a little bit later, then you don't have to worry about your essence count, and you can start teleporting right away. So normally when I get Dream Nail and I'm close to a Dream Tree, I'll just get like 5 essence or something. You really don't want to wind up in a scenario where you have Dream Gate but you can't even use it. It's not super common, I suppose, but it can happen. Homothety gonna go find his third spell now. And then we'll see what he does. I suppose with this could be a total meme, but with VS now, I forgot that they got this, and Wraiths, but those two spells actually unlock Fungal. So, after all of this, we could end up with a Queen Station skip into Fungal. DFT benching. He is not happy about that death. But after all this, this might not even be a Flukemarm seed, since they have access to Fungal now. DFT failing the fireball skip. Poe going on Daryl though, he makes it through. Homothety choosing to go down into City of Tears. Not gonna get the journal though for the extra geo. He might choose to go sell all his relics to Lem and prepare for it as if it were a Flukemarm seed. He might also just be coming here to unlock the stag and then go home. Home. Dirtmouth. Dirtmouth, probably. Green path. Okay. We'll see what he chooses to check on here. Not gonna bench. Getting hit twice by the flower trap. I should have taken note of when DFT died in Green Path, so that we can know when he gets back. Okay, gonna get a grub here. Homothety is. He might be rushing these grubs to get the left side of. Well, no, he already has the left side. What am I talking about? To get that top goal up there, the extra mask. Get a high five from the players as they cross each other's paths. DFT, please go bench. It's situations like this too that I'm always nervous about a game crash happening. When you've done so much since the last one, and a bench is right there. No crash this time though. Homothety going for the shade skip. Gonna go for... Nope, sorry. To be able to do that skip, I'm pretty sure that you need that enemy to be on the right side. So you can VS over a couple times, then you go up off the enemy. Pretty sure you can't just air stall over to that side. I could be wrong though. DFT is now rich. He can almost flat out afford the simple key from Sly right now. If he's thinking that this is a fluke marm seed at this point, he could almost rush that and start heading there immediately. I highly doubt he will, but sometimes it's the plays like that that you need to make to push yourself ahead. Make the little bit of a gamble play on checks and then puts you out in front. I don't think he's terribly behind at this point, though. Homothety got some early goals that he was going to get. They were right in his path. Baldur Shell is Dream Wielder. Not useful. That's good news for DFT, as it looks like he's not going to bother with that check right now. Homothety hot on his heels. Looks like they both had the same idea to go and check the green path chest over here. Dream Wielder is useful. I agree. Just not useful for the bingo board. This time. 56 is now hosting you for not a number of viewers. That must be a huge number, 56. Thank you. I'm glad you approve of my commentary now. DFT picking up the Hunter's Journal. Useful, like we mentioned earlier, for a couple goals. I'm not sure exactly how I feel about this at the moment, especially for him. I think it makes way more sense for Homothety to grab that. But he does not. He's just going right down to the bench. And the reason I say that for DFT is that the journal goals are way over on Homothety's side of the board. Granted, this isn't a huge detour to come pick it up, but the likelihood that he's going to end up getting those goals, especially with Gom and Garpede journal entries being on Homothety's home row, that's almost one that I would just give up and say, you know, just concede and say, you can have this one, I don't want it. Homothety making the fireball skip over there, though, doesn't even need to shade skip. Looks like he's gonna put this goal in his reserve. Or he's gonna die. No. Just kidding. Come on, come on. Come on, DFT. You can do it. Fireball skip, dude. Oh, he knows. He knows. Oh, just makes it with a triple fireball. Love it. This is so slow. This long room without any movement abilities is just awful. You have to pogo all the way across. Gives you a chance to practice though, I guess. Alright, what's in this chest? Whoa, there's progression. We have found wings. Again, a wing seed in the tournament. Oh, damn. The 3-second screen freezes. After all that's happened, Homothety is not going to have much of a progression lead on DFT right now, because DFT is here as well. Gonna find wings at essentially the same time. So, now we'll likely see both of our players head into fungal wastes. Homothety backtracking a little bit for the items that DFT has already picked up. We'll probably see both of them. Whoa, can't quite make that. We'll probably see both of them stop in and check wraiths on their way down. I would surmise anyway. Moss Charger is kind of just a geo pickup though. A really quick one. Homothety heading up to talk to Cornifer, get the grub. He didn't get the other grub down at the bottom, did he? A little bit interesting routing. Normally you would start up here, unless he's gonna save quit from here. He might do that. Yes, he is. Okay. That makes more sense. Kind of work your way up and then save quit from the very top. Depends on what you have for items, too. It's fairly comparable. Going all the way up, then going over to... get the Hunter's Journal. Yes, you're right, they do. Thank you very much. Kind of interesting that in the last handful of races, we've seen reserves being picked up in the middle of the board pretty soon. Who's keeping track of Cornifers? I am not. They both have resting grounds, they both have crossroads, and they both have green path, so 3, I guess. Each. They haven't even gone to any other areas yet. Or at least not areas where they could talk to Cornifer yet. So, 3 each. Cornifer's countdown tracker win. Hey, they just need to use live split like I do. Have a couple counters on there. Easy. Nailmaster's Glory at Wraiths. Not useful. Interesting to see Homothety pick up some of the extra lifeblood. It is right in your way, and not much of a time loss. So, may as well. Lost one of them, though, on the Chia Pet. I personally don't like to pick those up, just because I think it's a time waste. Personal preference. DFT, what are you doing? Stop getting hit, dude. Homothety also going to get Nailmaster's Glory here. And save quitting. Interesting choice. I wonder if this is actually faster. You give yourself a couple extra loads with save quitting to get back up there. One long room to walk down. It's probably about the same. Probably faster actually to save quit if you have like dash or something. I don't know. I wonder if, I bet you Homothety goes for this mask piece that's in Queen Station. Because he has 2 right now, I believe. May as well get that one. Kind of glad to see DFT skipping out on the corner for location down there. At this point, he almost needs to just abandon that goal. He's not going to get it. Can you get it without claw? Yes. Yes, you can. I have done it before. Okay, it looked like Homothety had missed that corner for location, so he goes back to get it. So now he has 3. Yeah, it's just some max jumps to get up there. Homothety going the Kingdom's Edge. What are you gonna do out there? Or is he just getting this grub really quick? He might just be getting this quick grub. Nope, he's not. He's continuing to go on. Interesting play here. Nice. Yeah, this corner for check is right here. Interesting to rush this, I think. Okay, that's 4. He can't think that DFT is going to snipe Vengefly King Massive Moss Charger, can he? I mean, the first available goal for DFT is Mantis Lords, which he is going to be able to get here now pretty soon. Wow, Lifeblood Heart is in the shop. That's half of that goal. You can make this, Homothety. There you go. Ooh. There you go. He's got it. Easy game. DFT heading up. I think this is a waste of time. It looks like he's going to head up here and get this journal entry and then quit out. I don't see Homothety not getting this goal, to be honest. So this is just a waste of 30 seconds to a minute, I think. Alright, there's a 2-goal snipe there from Homothety. Not really a snipe. DFT not even close to these goals. His only real option to get to there early would have been Lifeblood Heart and Joni's Blessing, which we only have half of right now. Fortunately for DFT, though, I think he's fairly safe on his side of the board at the moment. The only real way for... Well, Homothety does like Deep Nest, so maybe he will go and do the tram stations. You never know. Looks like he is going to make the fungal play, though. after talking to Grub Daddy to get his last mask. I don't know that I potentially agree with this either. Homothety's in a very powerful position at the moment. I think you can come back to Grubfather when you have your 10 grubs and make one trip here instead of 2. He's choosing to get it now, though. Nothing necessarily wrong with that. I just probably wouldn't make the same play. A goal is a goal, though, and goals are king in bingo. It looks like he's heading down the fungal anyway, so this isn't gonna waste a ton of time for him, since it's just a short little detour. Nice dive. That's almost as good as a failed crystal dash right there. Yeah. He's been prioritizing checks over goals. DFT has. Plus, they didn't get wings until 10 minutes ago. So, it's been a long time until they could actually really get here to Mantis Lords. Yeah. They've had fungal access, but Mantis Lords access is very recent. I totally was not paying attention to what Homothety was doing. Let's see if he makes the deep nest play. Did he save quit back here after the journal entry? Is that what he did? He probably did. Yeah, it's an early lead, but the goals that he had available here at the start were also very easy, you could say. Extra mask, wraiths, and dive were kind of in his path, so just getting that gave him those goals. Just getting that side gave him those goals, really. Corner for locations is also very quick. Vengefly King and Massive Moss Charger also very quick, especially for doing checks in that area. Also, important to note and to remember, Homothety has Dreamnail right now, and DFT does not. Not like it is going to make a huge difference in this seed, or on this board, but important to keep in mind going forward that if they're going to try and contest over a couple of those goals, Homothety has a huge upper hand right now, having already found him. Yeah, Dreamnail was at Soulcatcher. So DFT has access to that right now, but he has forgotten that once or twice. We're probably going to see Homothety buy Lifeblood Heart here. There it is. So he's halfway to that goal. I can't imagine DFT won't mark Mantis Lords right away as soon as he kills them. I don't think there's any advantage to hiding where you are at this point. He kind of just needs to get on the board. Homothety also making the fungal play. For him, the mathematically best decision. There are because there are so many checks here. Usually, though, once you have progression, there's not much that tends to be here. But you never know. Hey, DFT gets a goal. Don't call it a comeback. I just noticed that there are no grub goals on this board right now. Pretty interesting. All right, DFT, show us what's behind door number 1. Nope, not quite high enough. There you go. And it's a hollowness seal. What chest is that? That is the Watcher Knight's chest there. And Isma's tear. That does open up access to Spore Shroom. And also Shape of Un. Don't think you're allowed to choose all 3 doors. DFT, what are you doing? He can get into the city quickly now. I don't know how much that would even help him though. He's taking the long way out of here. He's gonna walk all the way up and around. I suppose he has to, right? Because he benched down here. So he has to leave. He can use City Crest. So he could get that goal if he really wanted to. Wow, Homothety is a healthy boy. He's probably doing the shade skip, I would guess. Either that or he's really worried about Mantis Lords. Looks like he's gonna set up this shade skip. Really interesting that he's gonna give his shade this much HP. Oh, he's gonna try the explosion. And he gets it. Well done. DFT finally getting out of Mantis Village. Not gonna try the explosion pogo. So for that explosion pogo, only the death explosion is the one you can pogo off of. The normal ones from that enemy do not have a hitbox that you can pogo off of. That is a rando specific thing. So, when Sean added back in the explosion pogo, that had a side effect where it affected that as well. So it is a rando only piece of tech. Alright, let's see where DFT decides to go. Yep, neither of them have dash. DFT perhaps forgetting what Sly had? Maybe he's looking for Joni's blessing here. I don't think that was in any shops though. Homothety, the healthy and happy boy, traveling through Deep Nest. It looks like DFT is going to go to Crystal Peak. Either that or he's checking Salubra again, who I don't believe had anything. Maybe she had Joni's though. I don't think she had Joni's. He might just be misremembering what was there. Thorns, I did forget Thorns was here, which is a part of row 1, column 2. But yeah, nothing else. He's gonna get it, just for later. Yeah, DFT needs to start going for some goals here. Was it at 500? I honestly don't remember. It could have been. Alright, Homothety. Or not Homothety. Homothety's going for Tramp Pass. That's no surprise. DFT getting this extra little seal. I wonder what DFT's plan is, though. He's gonna go Kingdom's Edge? Oh, he's gonna go break the Geo Rock. Oh, nope. What? Nope. Nope. Ugh. Changing his mind. I like that play, actually. Going to get... Go! DFT is confused. Nope, he's going back out. Deciding against going to get the goal. He could break it. There is a, there's a couple different hazard respawns down there that you can abuse, more or less, with an air stall, to get to the opposite side of the spikes. So he can get to it. It is a bit tricky, and maybe he's realizing that and doesn't want to do it. Which is fair. It would also give him 2 checks that Homothety, that we know, hasn't checked. Yeah. Well done, Spike Poke can get you through as well. There's a couple options for there. DFT cannot decide where he wants to go. Meanwhile, Homothety traveling through dark deep nest. This actually isn't too bad of an area when you have wings, because those 2 spiders there just act like an elevator for you. It's pretty nice. Interesting that he's not immediately going to head up for... Oh, where's he going? He's going to the left side. He's going to get this stag, looks like. Okay, DFT purchasing the lantern. Now this spot is real tough, especially without being able to see. This enemy does show you where he is, but... Well, he's gonna go talk to Midwife, isn't he? Yeah, that is a goal for him. In the dark. It looks like DFT is also heading to Deep Nest. In before Dash is at Spore's room. Homothety leaving. Presumably to sit at a bench. And then come back. Skipping the bench. We haven't seen someone check Soul Eater yet, have we? I don't think so. DFT probably knows about it, but the Shade Skip is more reliable. Why didn't he get the Garpede entry? That is a good question. Oh, he's doing the tram pass goal here. Walking over to this station. He wants to try and invade DFT's side as soon as possible. I like this. He still needs to visit the other tram stations. But this is a good goal to get him over to DFT's side of the board. DFT right now probably thinking that the tram goal is safe for him. However, that is not going to be the case. I probably would have too, Zeno. I probably would have visited Midwife, like gone to another stag station, benched, gone back to Midwife, and then save quit from there. Because getting out of Midwife's room is not easy. Come on, DFT. And he gets it. Was looking a little bit shaky there, but he's got it. Okay, so now Homothety going back to Deep Nest. Gonna get that Midwife goal. Yeah, true, there's no rush to go and get it. did spend... Oh, DFT. Just missed it. Gotta transit... No! You can transition! I think. Those guys spawn on transition, I believe. Oof. That is a big time loss. He's gonna have to go back and do that explosion... Or that shade pogo all over again. There's the midwife goal for Homothety. DFT opting to go left. Presumably to go through Queen Station. That goal is on the board in the middle. Unlock Queen Stag. You can go through Queen's Garden here. Alright, now Homothety heading down to get the Gomagarpede entry. And he's gonna have it here. This is an interesting play, I think. There's so many things that DFT can get right now. On his home row, he can get so much. You know, the Geo Rock, the City Crest elevators. He's going for Zote right now. And the other Deep Nest goals a little bit, but... yeah, just a lot of indecision. And backtracking, and a couple unfortunate deaths has put him really far behind right now. There is a goal here in Queen's Garden, in the middle of the board, unlocking the Stag. And there's the Trampass goal for Homothety. At this point, DFT has to know that Homothety's gone and cleared all the Deep Nest goals. He's seen the Midwife goal. He's seen the Trampass goal. And a death. A death to the Petras. That is very unfortunate. His shade is all the way there now too, so what do you do in this scenario? You almost have to go back. This death extra costly too, because neither of the runners still has any kind of sideways mobility. So just gonna be walking. We might be walking the rest of this seed. Meanwhile, Homothety is gonna be the first to check the items in Kingdom's Edge. He also has incentive at this point to steal the 420 Geo Rock goal. However, he's not choosing to do that. He's getting some more Geo. He can check what is at // at this point, but he cannot get it. He doesn't have anywhere near enough money. I suppose if he goes and gets the 420 rock, he'll have 753, so just like an enemy or two. A great hopper % away from being able to buy // or whatever it's here anyway. Let's see what it is. Oh, wow. Claw is at // That, oh man. That is really unfortunate, especially since DFT was almost gonna go there about 20 minutes ago. Oh, DFT though. Some more indecision. Nope, DFT going another way. He's not gonna go to Kingdom's Edge. That's a very, I want to say, uncommon place for Claw to be. I don't know that I've ever seen it there before. There we go. You got the respawn on the right side. Gonna go get this grub for good measure and also kill some enemies for their geo. Yep, DFT looks pretty lost. Without much direction. He might be going to get some money from Lem. Get some quick money from Lem and then head to Kingdom's Edge. The 420 rock has to be on his mind right now. DFT opening the shortcut, and then he's gonna head up the spire. Yeah, just, and there's the goal for Homothety. Gonna see it here on the screen in a few seconds. Just not really enough priority for goals from DFT, and a lot of confusion on where to go. He might not know it's possible without dash. So now he has to think that Homothety has dash, but in reality, it is so much worse. Because Homothety now has claw. The huge item advantage swinging Homothety's way right now, claw and dream nail to DFT's wings. Yeah, he might still find dash. Oh boy. Oh. What are you doing? DFT, just go to the right side, dude. You can pogo up there. Or we'll go up here to the bench first. Oh, don't die. Oh, thank you. Sorry. Dash was at Hive Blood, that would be definitely interesting. I don't see either player going there anymore. And it makes it across. Hey, there's no favoritism. I just don't want to see DFT dying again. We've already had like 3. Soul Catcher at Quick Slash. Nothing useful. I don't think we'll see Homothety go and kill Hornet right now. He'll probably just head back to City. Killing Hornet right now would be a huge... You have Claw, dude. He forgot he has Claw. You don't need the Pogo the Great Hopper when you can just jump up there. Oh man. So at this point, if you're Homothety, he doesn't have Eastman's right now, which is he gonna go to the Hive? He looks like he's going to the Hive. He doesn't have Eastman's. Oh, remembering he doesn't have Eastman's. oh crap, I can't get to Militia because I don't have Ismas. That's the one advantage that DFT has right now over Homothety. He's gonna just go and check Soul Sanctum though. Actually, it looks like he's gonna get the goal for riding the elevators and using the city crest. Although he has to come from the left, he has to come from the left side because he doesn't have claw. To go back over the door and dive down to the left side. So he still can't mark that goal after he does this. So from Homothety's perspective, let's see where he's going to try and go. Because right now, he does not have Ismas. So he can't get this. That's 3 goals actually being blocked right now by Ismas. And, well, he has claw so he can get to Mataman. Why am I marking Marmu? He can get, no, he can get there if he comes down through Deep Nest. If he wanted to anyway. This is a random goal, so that's not going to happen. Collect the essence is a really long goal. I don't see him doing that. It looks like the play right now would actually be the head back to Deep Nest. Get Hera. Get Marmu. Get the Queen's Garden Stag. And then that would get him up to 12 goals. I don't know what else he would do at that point. Militia requires Ismas from his perspective, unless he went and found some more items. Grimchild is really slow, and I don't really see him doing that. I've starred like everything on the board. Don't worry about it. Yeah, it looks like he's making the play for Lantern so that he can go back to Deep Nest like I just talked about and get those 3 goals. At that point, no, he would need something else in column 4 to be able to take like City Crest and the elevators. So victory is not yet. Well, I guess Nail 3 is available, but that's, he's got a couple goals that are a really long ways out. So even though he can get 3 somewhat quick goals here by heading to Deep Nest, that 13th goal is going to take a while depending on what he decides to go for. Yep, it's all going to be very slow. DFT is just standing still, forgetting that he cannot get to the door from this side. DFT typing in bingo chat that he forfeits. As I forfeit, GG. So that's gonna be the end of the race. An hour and 20 minutes in, DFT forfeits. Final score is going to be 13-1. Yeah, really, really unfortunate seed for DFT. So it looks like Homothety is going to go and just finish this seed out. Just finish out his side of the board, get up to 13. So I think we're going to call the restream here. There's not much more to commentate on except for potential random item locations and that sort of thing. GG to Homothety. Tough luck to DFT. real rough side of the board, especially not finding any kind of fast movement, just a lot of walking around. Host Homothety, we could do that. But thank you guys for watching. We will be back. It looks like we only have one other race scheduled right now for this week. Also, we are going to be using the event system on this page going forward. So whenever a match gets scheduled by the players, I will be putting up an event. So that will be kind of the pseudo schedule. So you can go into those, you can use them to set reminders for yourself. And that will automatically ping you when the race will be happening. So if you don't want to miss a race, use that system. It'll be great if I can keep up with it. So the next race that is currently on the schedule is Shaddy and Scurry, which is happening Sunday at 6 p.m. UTC. Everyone else is currently working on setting up a time. So yeah, Axe and Trinomi this weekend sometime. Zeno just said setting it up with Sean, and Veloxity and Siplax also have to set up their match. So we're probably going to have a full weekend of matches. I'm going to guess all 4 of those are going to happen Saturday, Sunday. So stay tuned for that. A lot more races this weekend. And then round 4 starts on Monday. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great night. See you later.